In this video, I just wanted to talk about anonymity and how anonymity is actually dead in crypto. I just walked past a machine that back in the day, I would have been able to whack in some cash, scan a QR code, and see the equivalent deposit of BTC in my account. Well, actually, not the equivalent of BTC, about half of how much I put in. So if I were to put in £100, I would get £50, something like that. That's because the commission was something like 50%, which is one of the reasons why I wasn't a big fan of Bitcoin ATMs in the first place. So it used to be that these things were a massive rip-off, actually. So it's one of the reasons why now the authorities that are going after it are clamping down on exchanges under the guise of protecting the users, as opposed to the fact that it was providing too much anonymity for the users. Yep, I am at the Emirates Stadium, by the way. I came to watch a match between Arsenal and Leeds. It's an electrifying environment, but I absolutely love it. So that's soccer to you guys in America, but it's football, the real name. The real football. Anyway, so on-ramps and off-ramps are kind of the talk of town at the moment. Everybody's talking about them. You guys did say that you want me to do a video about on-ramps and off-ramps, especially the crypto.com one. So I've seen your comment. I will be preparing such a video. Hey, come on, fans. Come on, Arsenal. Anyway. What was I saying? Right. So on-ramps and off-ramps are also a place where the government can actually track your activity when it comes to crypto, right? So let's say you somehow received, some crypto from somebody into a wallet that you created, and as long as you never sell to fiat, there's a possibility that, or at least there was a possibility that you could hold that crypto indefinitely without the government actually finding out who you are or what you do or whatever. But the minute that you on-ramp or off-ramp onto a bank account in real life, of course, that bank account comes with KYC and identity, so they know who you are. And a way that people used to do that, last leg of on-ramp and off-ramp, was to visit a Bitcoin ATM. Now, there's not actually any evidence that that was really anonymous, because if you think about it, the ATM itself had logs and what wallets is what. And if you look around you, especially if you live somewhere like in the UK, there's CCTV, which means there's camera evidence, video evidence of you actually going into the building and carrying out the transaction. Heck, some of those ATMs were actually themselves installed with CCTV and cameras, so they were monitoring you anyway. So I don't think that anonymity thing was ever really a thing with crypto, but now it's definitely dead. A lot of states in the United States are actually actively banning ATMs that serve out crypto, and they give a lot of reasons. There's a whole list of them. If you type into Google, list all of the states that are now banning ATMs and the reason they give, the number one reason is, of course, to do with fraud and scamming people. So a lot of scammers have been using ATMs, obviously for the quick cash anonymity thing as well. But for me, I've never been a big fan. Oh, look, it's a Shiba Inu. I'll show you. That was a Shiba Inu dog. Shiba to the moon. Anyway, so one of the reasons that they're giving, the main reason that they're giving for this is actually to do with scamming, right? So scammers have been using social engineering to scam people, sending people to ATMs and then disappearing with their funds, right? But to be honest with you, the reason why I wasn't a big fan was the very high commissions that they were charging. I think that was absolutely scandalous. Some of them were charging up to 50%. I mean, some of it was gas fees, obviously, for crypto, but in those days, man, the charges were too high, right? So that's why I'm not a big fan. But some people that use them, that needed them, use them. Like, you could get pure anonymity. Let's say you find a machine that wasn't recording you in terms of video evidence. You put your cash in there. Cash is anonymous mostly. You put the cash in there, you get your Bitcoin. You then, from that Bitcoin, get on a decentralized exchange and swap that for Monero. And then you've got proper anonymity. But that is going away, especially now with the bans we're seeing across the United States. So anonymity is dead when it comes to crypto, unfortunately for everybody that values that. I value the financial freedom more. As you guys know, I pay my taxes, I track everything because I know the government is tracking us. And the tracking that they're doing is now getting even more sophisticated now with some of the legislation that they've released that there's even more stringent ones that are going to go live in January. This is the thing that I think they haven't done this yet, but I believe that now almost every transaction going forward will be KYC'd. So now your account is KYC'd. I think that transactions also will be KYC'd. Now in the UK, there are some laws that have been enacted to do with adult content where you have to scan your face every time you visit one of such places. So now they've got facial recognition and stuff. I believe that they're going to extend that to crypto under the same sort of protecting the user, money laundering, terrorism, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, the match is going to start soon, so I'm going to go. Not financial advice, do your own research, and come on Arsenal. Mike's Emirates Stadium.